Good morning, students. In the previous class, we have seen the important features of solid catalysis. Now, let us see enzyme catalysis. So, what is the enzyme catalysis? Enzyme catalysis means what here? Enzymes are generally, these are complex nitrogenous organic compounds, generally which are produced by living plants and animals. So, what are enzymes? So, these are complex nitrogenous organic compounds produced by living plants and animals. So generally these are protein molecules, we can say. So why? Because these are having high molecular weight and also it forms colloidal solutions in water. So if complex is nothing but what here? Complex nitrogenous organic compounds means a compulsory nitrogen atom is present in this. So here generally these are, we can say, proteins molecules and also which is having high molecular weight, and these will form colloidal solutions in water. So this is a very effective catalyst, we can say. Why? Because by numerically we can modify this. By numerically these are connected to natural process. So for example, if you are taking numerous reactions like animals and plants to maintain the life process, these reactions are happen mainly for that enzymes are acting as catalysis. So by this what we can say means enzymes are this biochemical catalyst, we can say. Why? Because it is using for animals and plants mainly. So this is known as biochemical catalysis also. So the enzymes, so here the enzymes, we can say the enzymes are termed as biochemical catalyst. So means what here? This one we call it as biochemical catalysis. So many enzyme will be obtained in pure crystalline state from living cells. So mostly the enzyme will produce pure crystalline state from living cells. So however, the first enzyme was synthesized in the laboratory in 1969. The first enzyme is what here? The first enzyme is obtained in the year 1969. So let us see few enzyme catalyzed reaction, and the first reaction we can take conversion of inversion of sugarcane. What is our first one? Inversion of sugarcane. So in this here, what happens here? We are taking cane sugar. So means what? C12, H22, O11. So cane sugar is nothing but we can take sucrose. So which is added with water. Here the enzyme we are using as invertase. So it is forming as a carbohydrate glucose and fructose. And the next one, so this is about the first one. So what are the catalyst, enzyme catalyst we are using here? Invertase is the catalyst we are using. And the second one, let us take one more example. Conversion of glucose into alcohol. So here what we are taking here, the glucose is converted into alcohol. So what are the enzyme here we are using is, here the enzyme using is what here? gymase. So whenever we are using, so it is automatically forms ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide gas is lost. So what I have told you here, conversion of glucose into alcohol. So the glucose is converted into what here? Ethyl alcohol. So what is the enzyme we are using here? Zymase. So in the same way we can take here conversion of starch. Conversion of starch into maltose. So what is the enzyme we are using? Diastase. So here what is the formula of starch? Here we are taking the formula of starch is C, 2 moles of C6H10O5. So this is the formula of this starch. And when we are treating with water molecule, it is enzyme diastase. This is the enzyme we are taking. So it is giving what here? H22O11. So this is about the maltose, this is about the starch, and we are having this maltose can be converted into. So this conversion of maltose into glucose. So here what we are taking? O11H2O. So what is here we are taking? Maltase. Maltose only, and we are taking, we are forming glucose here, we are forming. The maltose is converted into glucose in the presence of maltase enzyme. And if you take urea, so here if you are taking urea, conversion of urea into ammonia and carbon dioxide. So here NH2 CO NH2. So this is the formula of urea. So when you treat with water molecule, automatically here we are using enzyme catalyst as urease. You are getting 2NH3 plus CO2. Okay. So this is about the, and if you take, generally we are taking milk. Milk is converted into curd. How it is converting here? What is the enzyme it is producing? How the milk is converted into curd? So this is an enzymatic reaction, we can say. There will be an enzyme producing, that is lactobacilli is the enzyme. So because of this, so generally milk we will be saying as colloidal solution. In the same way we can say it is a lactic acid, carbohydrate. So why? Because milk is converting into curd due to the process of the lactobacilli enzyme. So in stomach also there will be enzyme. So means what here? There will be one enzyme which is converted into proteins then into peptides. While in the intestine what happens means, in stomach what happens automatically? There will be enzyme like pepsin. So this is the enzyme which converts into first of all proteins, then into peptides. So these are about the enzymatic catalysis. In the first step we have taken invertase. In the second step we have taken gymase. In the third one diastase, maltase, urease, lactobacilli, pepsin. So these are all the enzymes which will produced from all living organisms, mainly biochemical catalyst. These all are producing. So for each enzymes there will be some sources. Means for example, if you have taken invertase, invertase is having this source as yeast, and also gymase is also having yeast, and also diastase is also having maltase. So for urease we will be having soya bean, pepsin is for stomach. So these all are the sources we are taking from the biochemical activities. So we are having general characteristics of enzymes. So what are the characteristics? Let us see. So characteristics, generally it is having, the first characteristic is nothing but here most highly efficient, we can say. So means what here, if suppose if you are taking one molecule of enzyme, it transfer 1 million molecules of reactant per minute. For example, if you are taking diastase, so this enzyme is going to produce 1 million molecules. Means only one molecule is used for only one reactant. Other reaction it may not go. So means what? By this we can say it is a most highly efficient. So whenever we are taking one enzyme here, means one enzyme of a molecule can produce 1 million molecules of the reactant. So this is nothing but first characteristic. Coming to the second characteristics, highly specific nature. If you have observed these all enzymatic reaction, so I am using different types of enzymes. If you have observed, no reaction is repeated here. Means what here? Of course, we are taking glucose, maltose, sucrose. The reactants are repeating, but when you see the catalysis, the catalysts are different. If I am using here diastase, here I am using maltose. Here urease, lactobacillus. Means what? I am using only one. For one reaction, only one enzyme is using. The same enzyme we are not using in the another enzyme. So because of this, what happens? It will give only that reaction only. It will not give other reaction. So highly specific nature means what here? Each enzyme. So if you are taking diastase as an enzyme, so it is very important, very specific for this reaction. Means what here? One catalyst cannot catalyze more than one reaction, we can say. For example, if you are taking urease, so means what here? The urease, when we do hydrolysis of urea, automatically it is producing what here? It is an amide molecule. So it is catalyzing. So means what here? It is giving ammonia molecule and carbon dioxide gas. So whenever it is producing, automatically it is not entering into another. So if you see milk converted into curd, automatically what is the enzyme we are taking? Lactobacillus. So by this what we can say? One enzyme only will give some specific reaction. If suppose we are using the same to the another reactants, it will not give the specific reaction. So this is about the highly specific nature. And next one we are having highly active under optimum conditions. Optimum conditions means what? Under certain temperature, pressure and concentration. So automatically what happens? The rate of enzyme reaction increases at a certain temperature. That one we call it as optimum temperature. So means what here? Highly active under optimum temperature I have told. Suppose if you are taking a temperature, so the enzyme is increasing. So then what happens? That when we call it as optimum. If you take either side of the optimum temperature, the activity will decrease. If you are taking only for enzymes, it will increase. If you are taking either side, both sides, what happen? The enzyme activity will decrease. So generally what is the range it is going to have is, for optimum temperature, the enzyme activity is going to have the range is 298 to 310 Kelvin. So generally human body contains 310 Kelvin. So which is suited to our body for human beings. So this is about highly active under optimum condition. If you are taking only for enzyme, it increases optimum temperature. If you are taking both sides, what happens? It will not give. It will decrease. So this is about one more characteristics, and another characteristics is highly active under pH. Under pH, what do you mean by pH? pH is nothing but concentration of hydrogen. So here, whenever the rate of catalyzed reaction is increasing, so at particular pH, we call optimum pH. So this is having mainly the pH value is nearly here 5 to 7. What is the value of pH? 5 to 7 we are going to have. So in the same way we are having increasing activity, in presence of activators, and coenzymes. So means what here? In presence of activators. Activity I have told you. So what do you mean by activity? Mainly depends upon the chemi-adsorption. Some chemical reactions is going to happen. So in the presence of activity and coenzymes, the enzyme is increasing its activity. So whenever the enzyme activity is increased in the presence of certain substances, that one we call it as what here? Coenzymes. What is coenzymes here? The enzyme activity is increasing in certain substances. That one we call it as coenzymes. So mainly it is observed that when a non-protein molecule, if you are taking, vitamin is a non-protein molecule. So whenever you are taking a small non-protein which is present along with an enzyme, so automatically what happens, the activity whatever it is present, it is increased. So activators, like what are the activators for metal ions we are using here is Na plus, Mn2 plus, CO plus 2, Cu plus 2. So these are mainly these metal ions. So these metal ions are bonded to the enzyme molecules to increase the catalytic activity. So because of the presence of sodium chloride, so Na plus ions are very active. If you have observed, for example, any reaction if you have been taken, for example CH3 CHO, in the presence of NaOH, so it is giving CH3 CHOH C double bond O CH2 CHO. So means what here? If you have seen, we are taking Na plus. So automatically what happens, this Na plus enzyme is activating here. So because of that reason, so automatically what happens, it is participating in the reaction. So this is about the increasing activity in presence of activators and coenzymes. So next characteristic we are having influence of inhibitors and poisons. So like ordinary catalyst, enzymes also will be inhibited or poisoned in the presence of certain substances. So enzymes will also, generally some catalyst we are going to have, I have told you in the previous class that in petroleum industry some toxic effects are present, but in the same way this enzyme also act as poisons and also inhibitors in the presence of certain substances. So whenever these molecules, these poisons are inhibitors, so whenever it is interacting with the active functional group on the enzyme surface, automatically what happens means they will destroy the activity of the enzyme. So the use of many drugs is related to the reaction. So means what, we will be preparing certain type of medicines, means some drugs is nothing but here we are speaking about medicines. So whenever we are taking some action of, we are preparing some medicines, tablets, drugs like that. So whenever we are preparing, some poisonous action is going on. So whenever the certain substances is interacting to the surface, for example think this is a enzyme, so whenever it is interacting, the inhibitors substances are interacting to the enzyme, automatically this enzyme activity decreases and it will destroy that. So because of that, and this one also influence the enzyme activities. So these are nothing but what here, characteristics of the enzyme catalysis. So then what is the mechanism? So let us see mechanism of enzyme catalysis. So there are number of cavities. I will be saying you an example here. if you have seen the lock, your door locks, okay. So this is an enzyme I'm taking. So this is the active site. This is the substance in substrate reactants I'm taking. It is a reversible reaction, we can say here. So there are a number of cavities which is present on the colloidal surface of the solution. So here enzyme, so automatically what happens here? So enzyme and substrate. So here we are forming a complex. So again afterwards what it gives, it will divide it as a, observe clearly the diagram here. Products. So if you have seen clearly here, so you may are having lock like this, you are having some lock, yes or no? So when you apply key, the key will be also like this only, no? So this is the key, this is the lock. So assume that this lock is like a substrate reactant molecule and this key is like a enzyme. So before applying enzyme to the, means before applying key to the, how it will be? It will be free. So whenever we apply lock to the key, key to the lock, automatically what here? The key will, if you fix it, what happens? It will be in a standard position. Means what? It will be like a fixed position. Tightly it is holded. So again if you remove it, what happens? Automatically the lock will come and it is forming products. So here same, it is like lock and key model, we can say, okay. So here the molecules of the reactant which having the complementary shape fit into a lock, okay. So in the presence of active groups, so this here these groups we call it as active groups. So because of the active groups, here we are forming a complex is formed. Again afterwards which will decompose, so which will divide as a enzyme and product. So this is about the mechanism of enzyme catalysis. So here this will be having shape, and also the active groups such as we are having here. In between these reactant molecules we are having the active groups as NH2, COOH, SH and OH, etc. So what happens? This enzyme catalyzed reactions taking place in two steps, that is E plus S, which gives rise to ES star, which is a active complex. So after this active complex decomposition, it will undergo decomposition and it is forming enzymes and products. So this is nothing but enzyme catalysis mechanism. Thank you.